Behold the multimeter. This device is very useful for every hobbyist and a beginner because this device helps in building your DIY projects. So this device is called a multimeter. Why? We'll learn it in this video. And before we go into the video, hello guys, I'm Rohit. If you haven't subscribed to Rohit Robota, please subscribe so that my efforts will reach towards you and you can help in improving this little YouTuber. So let's go into the video. So now opening it, you have this little multimeter. This multimeter can let's say first why it's called a multimeter, because this can measure voltage, current, resistance, short circuit, and everything. We'll go through this one by one. Now first, what is this. So firstly, this there is a symbol called V and some symbol here, which means it measures DC voltage, that is a battery's voltage. It detects, it reads, and a symbol like this with a V also, this detects AC voltage, that is the voltage that comes in the power lines. It detects, and you can measure current in here, and I don't know what these features are. This measures if the circuit is complete or not, and this measures resistance, that is as that these are resistors. This limits the current going through a device so that it can function correctly. There are millions and millions of resistors with different color codes. These color codes define what type of resistors are they. So the device also tells what value is that resistor, from 2000k to 200 ohms. So now let us go A to Z one by one. Firstly, you will have these probes which are of not the great quality because they get torn off within 5 months itself. See, they got torn off. These are the probes at the ends. So I attach alligator clips here. So firstly, you have to attach the red probe in the V, this area, in this port, and the black one, press that, and the black one here in the COM port. So whenever you are using this multimeter, you should always keep it here, but one time only you should change this red probe here when you are measuring 10 amperes. That is, if you are measuring current from 2000 milliamperes to 200, um, you can place it here and measure the current flowing through the circuit. But when you are measuring more than that, that is maximum 200 amperes, this port can't tolerate that much, so we have to transfer this port to here. We are not using this port now. I have used it before. Now we are not using because these alligator clips are not designed to handle that much current. This will burn out. And we are not also going to measure AC voltage today because this will also burn out in that. So we're going to only measure the voltage, the resistance, and the continuity. Firstly, what's the continuity? Let me first switch it on, and you don't have to need to power it via the power cord or AC supply. You have an inbuilt battery which after draining off, you have a power symbol here. You will have this power symbol here which will tell that battery is low, please change it. In the last in this video end, I will tell you how to do that. Now we'll measure the continuity, that is this is the continuity mode, which tells us if the probes are okay or not. See, when I click it, the buzzer should sound, or else the probes are not okay. See, a value is showing that, which means the circuit is complete. That is, for a circuit to be complete, a battery's two terminals should be connected to the device. So this acts as a battery and the two terminals are connected. And how this measures? Say you have this is a plastic, but let's have it as a device or a metal. This is an LED. LED has a filament which is connected to both ends. So now when we connect it to both the ends, the LED should light up, creating a complete circuit. That's when this buzzer beeps saying that the circuit is okay. If the buzzer not beeps, the circuit is, your project is not perfect. So I'll take a LED here and connect it to the positive or negative or whatever it is. Oh no, I have connected wrongly. Switching the terminals. Okay, as you can see, the LED is lighting up, which means the circuit is okay. And this is the continuity mode. It tells us um, how much it tells us if the circuit is okay or not, and if the circuit is okay like an LED, it lights up. Okay, now time to measure batteries. So for that you need to go to 1000 volts, high volts, but battery is not 1000 volts, it's only below 20 volts. So we'll take maximum 20 volts here. Whatever knob, whichever position the knob is pointing, that is the maximum rating. So now we'll take a 9-volt battery here and check the voltage. Probe it here. It's showing 9.67 volts, 68. So it's fully charged, the 9-volt battery. Another 9-volt battery I'm taking. Hey, these two are the best projects I have made that I uploaded in shorts, but no one saw it. Why? You can see in my shorts why it's called the best. So now that's that probe. We'll check the battery now. So it's 9.3 volts. It's showing minus because I connected the terminals like negative to positive like that. Okay, now we have measured the voltage. Now how should we measure the amperes? Today I'm not measuring 10 amperes because as I said, these alligator clips burn out. So I'm placing it to the max 20 milliamperes because they won't take much than that. So how to do it is that you keep one terminal of the battery connected to the circuit and another terminal. Sorry, this won't work. I'll take another device. This device. Now I'll connect one terminal of this to device to the battery, and another terminal, this black probe, I'll connect it here, and the positive goes here, and you can see 8 milliamperes is flowing through them. This is the how much current it flows. So why are you connecting like this instead of just plugging it here? Because by doing like this, by only connecting one terminal of the battery, the circuit is incomplete. So if you're measuring voltage, you can measure it directly, but if you want to measure the current, if you place the two probes in the battery itself, it will measure the battery's current, not the device current. So to measure it, we have to place the probes in between the circuit to tell how much current it is taking, like this. One terminal to the battery and another to the device. See, the circuit also lights up and 8 milliamperes is being taken. Like this you can measure current. Now let us measure resistance. For that we need resistors, which I have ton of them. So this I have many types of resistors. This one is one type. Second I have like this, and like this. We have going to test 3 types of resistors and check what are its values. So now the disadvantage of this is that we have to roll every option in this setting to check the resistor. Say this, I think this is a 20k resistor. Say I'm assuming it is a 20k resistor, and I don't know what resistor it is, so I'm keeping at 200 ohms. This is the symbol of resistance, ohms, and it doesn't show the value because it's more than 200 ohms. So I need to turn the knob again and again, but you don't have the problem in automatic multimeters like this, which detect the resistance automatically. You don't have to turn the knob. See, you have only a few settings here which automatically detects everything. In this you also have an instruction manual. This is the basic multimeter that every engineer should have, beginner should have. So list settings, I'm going to measure the resistance. Resistors that don't have terminals, For decision show any value, I have to turn it again. Nope. Nope. Hey, oh, it's 66k, 67k ohms, 67k resistor. With this, you can watch the resistor role is when you have a 12 volt power supply and only need to light up this little LED. You will put a resistor, a specific resistor value. You can't put all resistors here. A specific resistor value to this LED and to light up automatically. And it will light up automatically. Sorry, and it will light up like only 3 volts is being put to it. So a specific resistor value should be kept such that 12 volts is being connected to 3 volts like that. So now let's measure other things, other resistors. I don't know what type of resistor is this. No, 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 no. What? Nothing. Oh, I connected different resistors. Okay. It's 22 ohms, 22k. Okay, it's 22k, and this single resistor. Okay, it's 98, about 100 ohms, 100k. So like this you can measure resistance. So too. So this, why this is called a multimeter? You have understood why this is called a multimeter. You can detect you can measure multiple values, voltage, current, continuity, and this resistance. So we have seen the features of this, and I have told you that I will show you how to place the battery. For that we need to plug out the probes first, and then we should unscrew this. Where's the screwdriver? Okay, which screwdriver to pick? Oh, I have a ton. I have a 20 plus resistor sets which I got 5 years ago, and it's very useful for me for unscrewing any type of device, even anything that's old that I can use for my projects. Any device I can unscrew it and see what's inside. It's very interesting to see that. Okay, this is the correct set. This screwy come. Okay, I plugged out the resistor. This screwdriver has also a magnet in here, which is very useful. If you want to buy this, if you want to buy this screwdriver, you can check the description, and also the multimeter you can check the description. So I'll open it. Wow, such a simple circuit. Only one microcontroller and a screen and a buzzer here. Hey, this is the same battery I have, because I have taken it from my old multimeter which have been destroyed. Okay, now you only have to take this cap out of this and replace it. That's all. Wow, it's nice. What is this, a fuse? Hey, such cheap multimeters have. What this is? It's just a wire. It's not a fuse. For this 10 amps. Okay, whatever it is, let's unscrew it back. Hey, and don't forget to check my previous video, which I have built a new invention, an all-in-one device with an Arduino, a programmable device. You can build it. It detects weather, temperature, measures everything. You can check it in my previous video. No views have come. Please check it. Only limited views have come. Please check it. It's very useful video. And I have told in my previous video that if I got 100 plus subscribers, I will surely make an remote controlled RC car. So okay, in this video we have seen about what is called a multimeter, how to master it. This is the basic of a basic multimeter. Such rhyming words. Okay, this is the basic of a basic multimeter. Okay, now if you have learned this, if you find this video useful, please like, share and subscribe to Rohit Roboter, so that my hard efforts reach towards you, and you can help in supporting this little YouTuber. Thank you for watching this video.